Good evening out at the Marriott Marquis in Houston, Texas. Do y'all see this beautiful background? It is gorgeous. My brother Paul and I will be reviewing the movie Matrix Resurrection. Spoiler alert. Spoilers will be given. Spoiler alert. It's on HBO Max. It's in theaters. If you don't want to know what happens, do not watch this video. Don't do it. Go watch the movie and then come back later. Okay, thanks. So, little background. One of the first movies I took Paul to was The Matrix.
1999.
And
I had more hair back then.
yes, we were younger. And I have been a fan of yelling at movies if they get me going, and I love seeing movies where the underdog wins.
Oh, absolutely.
You've been beat up, you've been kicked, you've been oppressed, but you come out swinging.
And fighting hard at the end.
Yes, that's my kind of movie. And so this Christmas, we were so excited to watch it together. So our original plan was to go to the theater. We went to the Edwards Cinema in Houston, Texas. So it was the sweetest thing, if my brother doesn't mind me sharing. There was an older couple there who hadn't been to the theaters in 2 years. And Paul used to work at the Rave, and he was so sweet to them. They didn't understand their app on the phone and the scan code. They didn't understand if they had to rebuy a ticket. They didn't understand if they had to go to the lady and show her. And so basically, Paul basically made sure they got in, escorted them, and make sure they were good the whole time. And so, yeah. So like I was saying, my brother used to work at the Rave movie theater. I just kind of said the Rave. And he helped that older couple out. And she was the sweetest lady. She said she had 10 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren.
Yep.
And they had basically bought everything and just sent it to her. And then, so I had to get slushies. Why them things cost $14 for too small?
Too small.
Too
little
small.
Ones too. I didn't realize they cost that much.
And when she rung it up, I felt played because only in America do we say, give me that, and don't go, well, what's the price of it again?
Not at all.
And it's like, yeah, you can afford, that's not a big deal to spend $14 on it. But it kind of hurts your feelings a little bit when you know you can go to the gas station and get it for $2 and they charge you $14 for the small at the people's movie theaters. It just kind of hurts your feeling when you come from where we come from. You know what I'm saying? We started from the bottom over here.
Coming from where I'm from.
And so then we went in the theater, sat in our seat. So as the older sister, am I a curmudgeon? Or am I'm just old, y'all. It's like, he just walks right up and I'm like, is this the right row?
It's the right row, I-1721.
Is your seat number 8?
Because you can pick your seats.
You pick your seat, is it the right chair? I don't know where I'm at. Can you show me what I'm doing? And my brother's like, girl, if you don't sit down and be quiet. And then we did the that thing in the beginning of the movies where the trivia plays.
Yeah.
And the same lady who basically did the trivia back when the movie came out, was still doing it.
Yeah.
Today.
Almost 20 years now. Shout out to Maria Menounos. I'm saying that name right.
Good job, because I would have botched that. That would have not gone well. Anyway, we're just reminiscing right now in this part of the video. And so it was nostalgia just because I have not been, I want to say a good 10, 9 years, especially, I know for sure wasn't nothing happening in the pandemic, but even before that, I had been like I'm not going to pay for no movie when you can just watch it on YouTube or stream it.
You know, because when we saw, was it Creed? And Creed wasn't 10 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
No, remember? Me and you saw Creed together.
Okay. Well, if it isn't for him, it ain't happening. So it's been a long time.
That's funny. True, but funny.
So then, what was nostalgic about just going for you?
I mean, any movie theater I go to in general, because as she said, I used to work at the movie theater. So just the smells and stuff, it gave me a love of cinema in general. Of course, this lady did as well, because growing up, she used to always take me to the movies a lot. We have a lot of crazy stories over the years of us going. It was always me and her friends, and she never left me out when it came to that stuff. So I always made sure I go, and I got a love for the theater. And then when I started working at the theater, I got more of a love because it was that more behind the scenes part of it, getting to see the movie reels, because we still had like the movie platters with the giant reels. I remember we had Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, and it had like 2 platters. If anybody's in doing like it, I don't even think they do reels anymore. I think it's all digital and all that good stuff. And that was like, almost 14. Oh crap! No, about 17 years ago.
Wow.
Holy crap! I didn't even think about that.
So
but anyway, yeah.
Before Bethany was born.
Yeah, that's when I was working at the movie theater. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, but that was what it was always. Any movie theater I go to, no matter where, just behind the scenes. I always talk to like the ushers and stuff like that. Usually, if I get a chance to, just to kind of see how and they're usually young kids, so that's usually pretty cool. But that's what it is. But this lady right here gave me a big appreciation for theater, and just always, we were always in the movies when we were younger, but you know, over time, you know, you work, I work, so you know. So this was fun to go to movie theaters, especially one of those movies that like kind of changed my life when it came to theater. Yes. The Matrix. So.
The Matrix, and so we really look forward to it. And so then the movie starts, and they begin to flash back, like from jump. But like, but you knew the first flash, but that's not Trinity,
right?
Like. That is not the same girl. I know, because she still look young, and that's a fresh role. That's not looped video. But they did that a whole lot. A bunch of looped video from the original, and they stuck it in this one. And then here, and you commented about it the other day, or this morning, Agent Smith is a black man. Mm-hmm. Like, wait, what?
I forget the actor's name, but I like him. I like him.
And it was crazy because we realized none of the agents, A-G-E-N-T-S, were ever black.
Messed my head up real quick.
If you remember the fight scene with Neo, all the agents started just jumping on him.
But they were all Agent Smith, so that makes sense.
They were all Agent Smith, right?
So that makes sense. But if you go to the first movie and the next 2, forget Agent Smith, I'd have to watch it again. It's mainly 3 agents, you know. And in the second movie, it's technically 4 if you add Agent Smith, but technically it's not. But there have never been any black agents. It's not trying to make a big deal of it or anything.
No, but
at the end of the day, it messes your head up.
The diversity was very clear.
Yes,
you have
absolutely.
A lead Asian actress, and her hair is blue.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like whoever did her color.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
High five, sis.
Yes.
Or sorry.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
Playing a prominent role, essentially playing the architect, and technically the architect, technically the Oracle. There was a lot of roles he was playing. Who else? The fact that Neo created Morpheus.
Yes.
In his own game, because basically he's a computer gamer.
Yeah, and that's the premise
beautiful.
Of this movie is that he's a gamer, world-renowned, and you can already kind of feel like he must be in the Matrix because it feels like he's losing his mind. It goes back and forth in between. He doesn't know the difference between reality and fake, but it's kind of like his body is fighting, and it's like, are we in the Matrix?
And it's like that's what what Wachowskis were trying to recreate again, that confusion. Because if you remember. I'm sorry. If you remember the first Matrix, it was this real? It's not real because when his mouth gets like glued together, if anybody remembers what I remember 1999. You remember 1999. You still were puzzled because this is the first time
Right.
you'd ever seen
Seen
anything
like that.
And that's what it's almost like the Wachowskis tried to do again. It didn't come off the same way because we've seen all of it before, but I love the attempt. I love the fact that they tried to get those creative juices going again. I thought that was a beautiful thing.
Yes, I also thought that the fact that you kept seeing glimpses of people who look like
Right.
the character from the original Matrix.
Absolutely.
But it was the new school, younger school.
Right.
But you could see, wait, that's Agent Smith, but she's just in a new body, and Neo sees this person like this. And then you see Neil Patrick Harris' character as the architect, as the person who's kind of like the enemy, the bad guy, so to speak. But he is playing such a smart psychologist. He has done such a mind game on Neo,
Right.
and it takes only blue pills. Red pill or blue pill, red pill or blue pill. Blue pill, you stay the same, you stay in this matrix, you stay in this. And I love how this building behind us has green and the scaffolding, because that was a lot to do with the matrix, is that green code and the scaffolding of the unfinished business.
Harkens of the first, second, and third movie.
Yes.
You know, the buildings in all three movies. Yes, absolutely.
And then the blue glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a blue butterfly, and I missed it.
She missed it. Hilarious. Favorite thing, if she said it on her channel 1,000 times, she's only said it once, if that's the point. She loves butterflies. So we're watching the movie, and in the foreground, you see different references to blue. It was kind of like ham-handed, not gonna lie, but you had the blue glasses on Neil Patrick Harris, and in the background, there's a blue little Easter egg, as they call it. A blue butterfly, and I'm like, whoa, because I'm like, because of Marvel, I look in the background of movies now, and I think everybody does. Anybody who really likes cinema.
Change of scenery due to the fact that young people are with us, and for some reason, when aunties and uncles begin to have fun talking about the Matrix, the young people hate.
Haters, they gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. And in the Matrix, there was a lot of hate. It was hate for the relationship that Neo had with Tiffany. Spoiler alert. Because her name was Tiffany. She was married. She had kids. He sees her. And there's a whole backstory to his job, and a backstory to the fact that they need to design a new video game and they want to come with something innovative. And that's when you're going between the Matrix and his world. And you're trying to figure out, are we in real life or are we in the Matrix?
Absolutely.
And there's a couple of funny scenes about marketing and planning and things of that nature. But when they finally kind of get to the nitty gritty of it all, that's when you got to take that red pill or you got to take that blue pill.
Yeah.
You either stay in what you're in, and I love those metaphors. You can choose, and I feel like lately that's where I'm at in life.
Ooh, come on.
You can choose to stay stuck in the routine and the psychology.
Or you can take that red pill.
Or you take that red pill and say, I'm breaking out. I'm breaking free. I'm going to go on a path and a journey that I have no idea what's going to happen next.
As I say, swing your back.
Swing it. Swing it. Swing it in, swing it, swing it. Swing it, swing it. And so it's exciting. It's fun. But it's also a little scary because you don't know when the Matrix is going to come after you. You don't know when the routine, the mundane is going to get you distracted.
Absolutely.
Or coming out of that comfort zone.
Come on, old school. And so then you go back to that pod with the jail with the plug in the back of the head, and you see Neo kind of escaping it, and then you see the machines helping him. So that was another thing, kind of like Terminator, where the machines turn into your fruit, like they are now a part of it. And then there's this new CGI man who is like digitally structured. Morpheus.
Yes.
Morpheus' is physical form in the real world is an amalgamation of nanobots, essentially.
Yes.
I mean, for lack of a better term.
And then you have Jada Pinkett Smith's character.
Oh yeah, Niobe,
and she is the general now. She's kind of like the president. She's kind of running things.
Absolutely.
And so often with power or having power after a long period of time, it's about the safety of the people.
Right.
It's not about the revolution of the fight.
Which kind of harkens back to the second Matrix. It was like, say that machine, that bot over there in the pond that filters the water. Like, I don't know exactly what it does, and this is from second oh my goodness, second Matrix. He says that, and it's now you see a true synchronicity between humans and machines in this one. Like I said, it is kind of overall themes of the Rainbow Coalition of it all. Let's all work together, and you really see that. So absolutely, I agree.
And then we kind of, so you know how you've seen the movie fresh in your head, and you just kind of remember the highlights, and you don't forget every little spot. But as the movie kind of goes on, me and Paul kind of both agree that the storyline was really good. Mm-hmm. We liked it, but it does bring
solid. It was solid.
It was a solid movie, but it is more emphasis on the women's movement.
Absolutely.
Me Too. Right. Women have their own agency.
Absolutely. Literally a line from the movie.
And so the truth of the matter was that Neo could not really function or be resurrection without Trinity being near. Mm-hmm. Because we think that humans are all about facts. The truth be told, we're about fiction.
Feelings, man.
And fiction on our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing that cannot be destroyed or understood by the Matrix, which is a computer, which is I designed something to run, is the feelings that we have. Mm-hmm. We cannot separate that. And so Neo kind of has this opportunity to ask Trinity to stay Tiffany, married, and two kids, or come with me.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And so then it kind of looks like she's choosing to go with, her husband and everything. But then they kind of attack Neo. You remember that part of the movie? Mm-hmm. And they grab him. And then she turns around and is like, nah, I'm Trinity. Don't you ever come to me. Mm-hmm. And then there's this new, spoiler alert, new mode.
Bullet time. Which is an old mode, but it's like a new way of showing it.
But it's called where everybody goes digital.
Oh, you talking about swarm mode.
Swarm mode.
In the words of Neil Patrick Harris, it's sick fun.
It's sick fun.
It's sick fun.
When I tell y'all, somebody looks as simple as me, and then it's just like, zoing, Matrix eyes, black, attack, and then they just go after somebody, and it's just like everybody just goes nuts.
Right.
And it's crazy.
I loved it.
Kind of in between that was Neo's transformation from not fighting to this really beautifully shot new Morpheus battle scene in the geisha robe.
Oh, okay.
And he's like fighting, and then Neo has to pull back out there. Watukin. That's when the
Street Fighter reference.
The street, because when you do Street Fighter, you have that power force surging, and Neo has that able to bend reality or bend space, kind of like the Force, but with waves in the air or sonic. I don't know. That's why I say Watukin, because that's all I got.
He's shaping the Matrix to whatever
shaping,
he wants to.
He's bending, he's pushing, he's popping, he's skipping. And as much as I want to talk bad about martial arts in my regular life, when it comes to fiction, yes!
All day.
I'm crazy. And I'm here for it. And so then, that's a beautifully shot scene. I love videos now. I love talking about videos. I love making videos now. And so seeing something beautifully shot, seeing the cinematography in something, it just gives me life.
I'm the same way.
And then there's the garage scene, Bullet Time, that Paul was mentioning.
Oh, yeah.
When Neil Patrick Harris... Oh, wait. The fight scene where he finally decides he's going to fight, he transitions back through a train. He sticks his hand in the mirror, and you see Neil Patrick Harris, spoiler alert, hand through the mirror, and he goes, "You're just having a psychotic episode right now. This isn't real." And you know immediately, for me it clicked, you're the enemy. You're tricking him. You're the villain.
Right.
You're who he's fighting against. So then later on in the movie, you see a garage scene where Trinity is getting ready to get shot by a bullet, and Neo's trying to hurry up and get to him, but the architect has this rewind mode where he can slip in and out seamlessly as one roll of the film is going that way. He's moving around that road. So you see this really cool slow-mo videography of him trying to stop this bullet from touching the temple of Trinity's,
trying to stop it completely. Yeah.
just trying to save her. And that's the whole villainous plot. I want to control you and keep you in the Matrix.
Absolutely.
I want to continue to play this sick game of torturing you over and over and over again, just so that I can see you and her manipulated. And that's what it was really all about, the manipulation.
Oh, let's talk about it.
And so then it kind of moves on to where, you know, the band of people who are the commanders, who Nairobi is leading, and the captains and the people that she protects, they're all like, okay, we gotta go and we have to fight this, and we may all die and we may all get hurt, but we gotta get Trinity out of that pod and out of that matrix
if she wants to.
And once she kind of says she did, they devised a plan and they got her out. And the villain wasn't happy at that point. No, I didn't know y'all had all this worked out. And they had everything worked out. So I'm not going to give away some of the spoilers of the other characters.
A good bit, but not all of it.
Not all of it.
There's still some nice Easter eggs we left for you.
And, you know, they're able to kind of get her going and reconnect them. And so that's the part that I'm going to have a video at the end of this where I am yelling at the TV because I want love to win.
Oh, let's talk about it.
I want love to win in my life personally. So I definitely want love to win for Neo and Trinity.
Oh, absolutely.
They both were destroyed in one movie or killed in another.
Yeah.
But the resurrection, if you will, of the Resurrections.
You know, one of them was named because it went Matrix Revolution, then Matrix Resurrection. And this one was Resurrections, and it was like, hey, y'all are silly, y'all.
Yeah.
But I mean, it made sense. And just to speak on it real quick, because like I see you on a mode, and but this. It's almost like they knew people were going to be mad that Lawrence Fishburne wasn't really in it, which...
Yeah, you did say that.
For people who said he wasn't in it, he kind of was really in it. Because I even called...
Because they kept playing back and kept referencing him.
It was like, it got ham-handed toward, like, the middle. And then also the statue. Yeah, that's a big Easter egg. But, I mean, that's a big spoiler alert. Super-duper spoiler alert on that one. But going back to, you said those themes of love, which... In general, those movies from the era where I fell in love with cinema, the 90s, early 2000s, it's always a playthrough of that. A love story wrapped around an adventure. And that's what The Matrix really is. And they stuck to that. So going back to love winning in your life and in so many others, anybody's life. No, I'm with you on that. And those two had that, you know, such a timeless love. And it just feels weird, something that you fell in love with 22 years ago. Ooh, that's crazy. It makes you feel old. But to see those embers of passion and love still there, and I mean, I might be a sap on this one. I still believed it. Trinity and Neo, man, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Not that I'm just going a little personal.
Let's go there.
Not that I don't want to be saved or rescued.
Let's go there.
I just want someone to fight as hard for my love as I fight for their love.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Need that Neo and Trinity love.
Yeah. I love that, the beauty in that. Fight as hard as I fight. I'm giving 100, give 100 back. That's all. Anyway, that's enough about me. So, you know, we got to do our jokes. So where y'all get all these bullets from? They stay shooting people. I mean, they go into this like mode of everybody's attacking them, and these bullets don't stop. And it's like, this is 9 minutes.
Especially in slow mo, because it's like that was like 1 million plus people attacking. It's like the Agent Smith scene.
Easter egg.
Yeah, like a mode.
He turns everybody chilling into the swarm mode, and they just start jumping out of windows.
Oh, that was
falling.
sick.
It was so sick.
It was sick.
It was like
the Matrix don't care, but the Matrix really don't care this time.
Like human carnage
wasn't a ton of blood like in the
No,
first couple movies.
no.
Like you had a little blood, like
Yeah.
if they were jacked in, and in the real world they bled.
Mhm.
But in the Matrix itself, no, not a lot of
No,
blood.
no.
Which I didn't even think about that. It was like if somebody would crash into some Easter egg again, and spoiler alert, like if they crash into something, you just see the Matrix code like spill out of them when they crash, and the gore would be the Matrix, which was
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it got a rated R. There was a lot of F words in there, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it got a rated R. So that's
And
interesting.
Then you see how, spoiler alert, Neo actually set up a modem in his old apartment,
Yeah,
and that's how
in the game he created. We got to point that out.
the game
That
he
was
created.
sick.
And
'Cause I was
that's
sitting there
how they were able to dial in and find out that the Matrix has been reset to an upgraded, newer version. And in the newer
Yes.
version, that's where you get all these new things. And so, and then you understand the metamorphosis of all the characters. This is why they can be younger again, is because in every time they can be anybody.
They can be anybody. Yep.
They can transform and be this or that, or you can be Paul, me, Agent Smith. You can be Morpheus. You can be whatever you want to be. That's the craziness.
Especially Agent Smith.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
And
Ex
so-
Machina alert.
And so, what I really like was once Trinity got into kick booty mode.
Oh, come on. Ooh,
It's
ooh.
we on our bikes.
Oh, I'm gonna hold off. We'll see if she
And
wants to
Neil's
spoil
on the
this
back.
one.
We're gonna jump off of buildings, and Neil's in the back.
And she's Trinity again, the ass cooking woman that she is.
Yes.
Sorry, Mike, I'm blurt that out.
Well, it's okay.
We'll see what happens.
You know,
The
spoiler
butt kicking
alert.
woman, she.
And yes, I do try to keep my channel very clean.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, and that's in the Bible. So I do try to keep it clean. So anyway, that mode of
Man.
Like,
and
we're
everybody
like-
who loves strong female characters, Trinity is pretty much
Yes.
like the strongest.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
absolutely.
And so once she gets to that mode, the movie just kind of takes off, and you kind of see more of a female hero.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, I'm not gonna spoil on that.
Oh, we gonna spoil that one? Okay.
Unless you want to. You
No,
gonna
no,
be the
all right,
one.
nah, I'm gonna let you.
Look. And
I'm letting you have your agency.
I'm fading over.
Oh no,
You
I'm
by
fading
yourself?
too. I'm fading too. I'm fading back.
And we're back.
That's the biggest plot point of the movie. We'll leave that one out.
Yes.
We've done a good bit of spoiling.
We spoiled. We did a lot of spoiled. But at the end of the day, good storyline. I give the movie
Ooh. Out of 5, you want to give it?
out of 5. I was gonna give like A, B, C, D.
Oh, ABC. Okay, I like
I was
that
gonna
better.
give it a B
Oh wow, I thought you
or
was
A
gonna hide
minus.
that.
Oh, A minus.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
okay.
say A plus plus.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna say A minus.
I would have gave it like a B plus, A minus. I would give it the same thing as
Yeah.
you. Because I mean, movies these days, I think they don't exactly strut the same chord, especially remakes, as we grew up when most of these movies were made
Yes.
from the 80s to the 90s
Yes.
that are, real nostalgic. Oh, so I'm interested. I didn't think you would. I didn't think you were gonna give it that. Well, I mean, like ABC, I guess you can't really go too crazy with it. So, I see what you're saying, A minus. No, I'd agree with that. All right, what critiques would you have for the movie then?
I guess I would have liked to have missed all that marketing kerfuffle, the little fluffy guy, the comic relief. The guy in the
Oh,
beginning
come
of the
on.
I worship you, man. You're my guy. Yeah, I'm gonna get you coffee.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, blah, blah,
okay.
blah.
Yeah.
Like, you can kind of, like, to me, get the fluff out the way. Yeah,
Right,
get down to the
right.
nitty-gritty. But if you
Right.
don't have the fluff and the comic relief, if you don't have that, then it's like,
Yeah.
they went around in circles a couple of times where they're talking about a theme. The movie got in your head. 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 And it was different shot angles of them saying
That
in
is
different
true.
clothes
That's
on different
beginning.
days.
Yes.
The movie got in your head. The movie got in your head. The Matrix
Right.
got in your head. The Matrix got in your head. It was like, okay.
It was a very meta movie. It was extremely meta, man. It was
Yeah.
like they constantly were referencing themselves. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I could have done without that because it. Let's go there for a second. It puts you what you see with the Wachowskis were really trying to put you in the mode of, oh no, this is totally different. So the Matrix, the first movie never existed. Like this is really real life. He just had a fever dream the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They really were trying to sell that. Like like the Matrix, the movies is gonna Matrix eventually.
Yeah.
We just have to get there.
Yeah.
We know it, but it's like they did really try to
gotta
sell it, and
sell
I
it.
think that's what that was.
Yeah.
But they did go, and I agree with that. They went with a very comedic tone.
Yes.
And I did find that kind of a little bit off-putting at
Yeah.
times. I agree. I do agree.
Yeah, like
And that's sad. It's like, now that you say that, I'm like, no, I see. That's why I kind of was like, but then when the movie started Matrixing, you were like,
oh,
yes,
yes.
I'm
here for this.
I like this.
This is what I liked about it originally. I get it, the minute I start getting in the movie so much that I start yelling at the screen.
There you go.
Now we together. Now we on the same page. Because if I'm not.
Oh, the bubbles.
Oh, the bubbles have come back.
Oh.
You saw that little thing that
Little
was the
bubble
bubbles
action.
from the. So, just real quick. So the whole setup is there's a pool shaped like the state of Texas. It's a lazy river.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there's 20 Instagrammable stations, and it's just really a cool setup. And we've been having fun all night.
Absolutely.
And-
My big tata.
And our two nieces are roundabout
Getting they
doing
swim on and other things, being teenagers.
teenagers.
But they would be getting them do.
And so we're gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna hold you. That is my new word.
Catchphrase, follow.
Catchphrase. Enjoy Jesus. I ain't gonna hold you.
Enjoy Jesus.
That kind of stuff. But we really enjoyed it. We talked about it a whole lot. Other people may have their own opinions. God bless
Absolutely.
y'all. Just remember, we did say spoiler alert at the beginning
A
for
lot
you
of spoiler
comfort
alerts through
me in the commentations. I might actually block the comments on this one.
Nah, screw that. I mean,
It's okay.
You can't. Nah,
It's okay. We'll
you
have
gotta
them.
let it roll. Nah,
We'll have
because
them.
I know with this piece, because we don't think of movies like this, like that, but this is a big part of Americana. Like we don't talk about like movies that shape the landscape of movies in America. We don't. We reference a lot of stuff, and granted, this was influenced, of course, by of course, we know on Asian culture in general, but this movie is a big piece of Americana. That's why you have to be so delicate when dealing with it. Even though you have the original directors, it's still okay. Don't mess this up. Don't mess that up. And I think they tried to they knew people. It's almost like they knew people were going to be unhappy. But what they did was they closed every loop. Every loop. They closed every loop. They tried to.
They answer every question. You did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though you might not like the answer, I don't get into it.
Right.
But
yeah.
At least they answer. So I appreciate them trying to do that, and it's just it's good to see a good movie. I thought it was a good movie, and I agree.
And
with
wait
your
till the
assessment.
end of the credits. There is end of the credit thing. We're not gonna give that spoiler, but if you don't, you're gonna miss the corniness.
So I wish I could think of a funny pun in reference to it, but I couldn't without giving it away.
But just wait, because you know how it is. So me and this one over here,
I thought it was
we were
perfect.
Okay, good one.
That was a good one.
That was good. And so we were in the kitchen this morning, and it was.
Oh, that was funny.
It was like, oh wait, there's an end credit, so we're gonna run onto the TV.
Running.
And then we watched and went, oh, really? You stopped my day for that? You know, that kind of thing. It was one of those. So yeah, we really enjoyed The Matrix. If you got HBO Max, you got some time,
absolutely.
watch it.
Movie theater, HBO Max, and I know, not saying anybody, wear your mask, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But go back to the cinema, man. And as somebody who really loves it, and I said it a couple of times in this video, because of this lady right here, my beautiful sister. Go back to the cinema, because I just go with your family, and just enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
With your family, because the key thing is...
Hide them snacks in your purse and drinks in your purse.
You're going old school now.
And the
You
cinema,
got another plate? Let me get that out there. There's some fish dinner.
I had a whole bag of McDonald's. Look, don't
Whole
play
bag
with
of
me.
McDonald's.
Don't play with me. Big purse.
And the drink, big cup.
Big purse
When they
season.
called it super size.
Big purse season, okay? And while we were in the theater, the movie just stopped and
Oh,
lights
yeah,
started
we didn't even
flashing.
say that.
We didn't even get to
No,
finish
we got
it.
to say that whole thing. So
Yeah, so we're watching, and then like it was
Yeah.
like lights started flashing, and we had to leave because
Yeah.
we think somebody burnt some popcorn. My brother.
Burns about. I used to work in the movie theater. Usually, like when the fire alarm goes off in the movie theater, it's somebody burnt popcorn. They left thing in too long. That's all. Usually,
the
so
lady-
they cleared the whole place out.
In front of us was, is this the Matrix? Are we
Yeah,
in
and
it?
she literally
Like,
said,
is this
and
happening?
that was hilarious.
And it was like everybody was calm.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we've been through enough this year with the
Oh, come on,
pandemic
talk
and
about
last
it,
year.
and so many
Like,
other things.
nobody was acting crazy. Nobody was screaming. They
Nah.
said exit the building. People quietly and quickly exited the building,
Got in their cars.
got in their cars, and
Yeah.
left. And we saw the fire truck, but nobody made a big deal of it. Nobody was like, we want to go back inside or anything. And if they did, that is what it is. But we left. We got out. We got home. He watched the rest of
Safely,
it.
yeah.
When I said it was 2 hours.
Paula said, and I quote,
I said-
when she looked up, she's like, oh, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Yeah, I ain't gonna make it. That was so funny.
I am so tired at night. And I'm an older person. I need my sleep.
You look young. You look younger than me in this thing. Come
You
on
know
now.
what is so crazy? As old as I am, I do look like I be sitting next to them
Look
going,
12.
they look like that. I need a auntie. I'm the age around this kid. But I thank God for this awesome man right
No,
here,
I
keeping me
appreciate that.
young. He's 5 years younger than me, so it kind of works out that I do want to kind of stay relevant.
Somebody's
stay current.
birthday's coming up. Oh,
Somebody's birthday.
I don't know who
Whose birthday is coming?
Is it LeBron James?
I don't know. Is it? Is it? And listen, I'm super grateful that I am even alive. Recently, we
absolutely.
had somebody pass away who,
Really close to us, yeah.
and I think that's why we're doing these videos for sure together, to have something to remember.
Yeah.
The good times when we're
Absolutely.
smiling. It's very important to
Let y'all
live
see
your
all
life.
the love we have for each
Yeah.
other. Because that's what we need more of in general in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And we talked a long time because we can talk.
Oh, yeah. We can talk.
We can talk.
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 Talk. Say for me.
Say for me.
Say for me. Okay, y'all be blessed. Bye.
Enjoy Jesus.
Enjoy Jesus.
Enjoy Jesus. Enjoy Jesus.